Okay, let's go with the next one. Davide, the Dolcemascolo. Is that Italian? I think it is. Yeah, there you go, from Italy. Long time follower, first time poster. I've been watching all the reviews. I'm quite excited and worried to finally share mine. Nah, don't be worried. Like making characters, monsters, mecha. I'm open to everything else. Okay. I'm about to finish the second year of Digital Bros Academy in Milan. Nice. Ruthless opinion on my work. Let's take a look. First post measures. I'm in progress. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, nice. I see some cool stuff, and I see some stuff that definitely can be improved. This one is the first one that immediately caught my attention. Very cool, man. I love golems. I've been wanting to do a golem for so long. I even have the concept like somewhere around there. I might do it. I might do it soon for the YouTube channel because golems are so cool. 13,000 triangles. That's fine. One texture. Yep. Yeah, this is really good, man. I like it. I don't like the eye, to be honest. I think on the concept it looked more like a gem rather than an eye. Looks a little bit weird on the eye, but everything else looks very nice. Just careful a little bit with the metal edgeware. We can simplify a little bit of that to remove a little bit of the noise. Okay, we don't need to have that metal edgeware everywhere. Another little golem right here. Nice, and it's animated and everything. Oh, I love the textures on this one. Very nice color variation. See, this is the kind of stuff, my friends, I always mention. This is the kind of stuff that it's simple projects, but they look so nice, right? And you could totally see this inside of a game. So this is really good. There are certain things that we can improve, like the connection on the hands, my friend, are not the exact ones as the one we have on the concept. Some art directors might tell you to fix that. And you can totally, you would be surprised how low we can bring this in terms of optimization. Like right now, I see that it's almost to 10,000 triangles. I'm willing to say we could bring this all the way down to like 3,000 triangles and keep the exact same, sort of like detail, the exact same movement, everything. So if you are like focusing on that kind of optimization, let's go. And then this is the kind of stuff that I get mad at. I get mad at this because you did something with rock that was very nice, very cool, right? All of the fingers, you did another one here, and then you did this one. This looks very bad, man. This looks very lumpy. Very lumpy. It doesn't look as sharp and as clean as your other stuff. Even the lava right there looks, I don't know, it looks weird, very faceted. I don't think this is a great one. And this is the stuff that it's very important as an artist. You need to try to be as consistent as possible. When you do this, you need to make sure that you don't have really good projects and then really bad projects. And right now that's happening a little bit right there. Okay. Some of the other stuff is fine. Cars are fine. This stuff is fine. You mentioned that this is like some whips you did. This is very low poly, but it's fine. And this one looks very nice. I think have I seen this concept before? That looks like Morrigan from Darksiders. Nice. I love when characters are moving. Hey, I know that guy. Nice. Yeah. Okay, you have a lot of stuff, man. That's great. I would recommend that you take some of it, not all of it, but some of it, and start having it a separate post. Like this backpack right here, really nice one. Even the optimization is fine. Even that knife, yeah. So definitely start splitting this into more like elements and remove all of the things that are not as good. So for instance, I would remove this one right here and replace it with the backpack, for instance. Because you got a lot of cool stuff, David. I think you're one of the few students that I've seen so far, especially student, right? Because you're saying that you're still at school, that have a lot of stuff. Normally, students tend to focus on a couple of pieces, but you have a bunch of them, and that's actually a really good strategy when you're learning. What example? Yeah, exactly. Like the stone here. Let me show you. Like this one right here, right? We have this stone thing right here. So the first thing I would do is I would increase the intensity of the sharpness of the elements, and I would play, as we mentioned before, with like the value. Like right now it looks very lumpy, so if we start sort of like fragmenting these things and really creating the planes that we would expect to see on this sort of like chipstone, instead of seeing this lumpy effect, we see a sharper line. Does that make sense? That kind of stuff, like a sharp silhouette. Supposed to be like stone, right? I know it's supposed to be like volcanic stone, but we can change the way we perceive this element, right? Lumpy, sort of like soft, sharp, and intense. Lumpy, sharp, intense. Lumpy, sharp, intense. Same for the lava. Lava should be flowy. So I would expect the lava to be very flowy. Right? And that way, we're going to generate something known as contrast. Because we're going to have a contrast from a very jaggedy, intense, sort of like rock with the soft lava that we would expect to see on the character. But it's that, like, make sure that we actually see the difference between the planes of the character. This is just quite a bit in stylized stuff. Okay? Exaggerate some of the silhouette a little bit more. That makes sense? That's the kind of stuff that we're looking in these types of elements. That's what I mean. Like just making sure that these elements and these objects are a little bit sharper. And you can see the difference right there. Right? That more evident? What I mean for this like strong character, dangerous character, rather than lumpy. Exactly. Just trim it up a little bit more. Trim it, flatten some elements, and especially because rocks are very faceted things. They're very sharp in terms of, like, again, the planes. So that's kind of like the effect that we're trying to do. Yeah, but good stuff, David. You have a lot of elements. Just organize them a little bit better. Find the important things or the ones that are really good, and build up your portfolio. But you're in a really good path, man.